Hey, sorry I haven't uploaded a video in like a really long time, but I've had about as much time to work on editing videos as the blockers give Dominic Dorsey time to return kicks. So, yeah, it's not much time. Hello Rider Nation, my name is Dave and I am a Rider fan. Alright, so if you missed it, what's happened in the last couple weeks? Yeah, right, like you've missed it. Well, there was that game against BC, we annihilated them. Weston Dressler never caught a pass, which was weird. And then there was the bye week, and then that excuse for a game the other day, where Edmonton came back and beat us 17-14. Yeah, it wasn't the best game ever, and I guess it's enough for some fans to jump the bandwagon. Great. Now there's kind of a common thing between these two games. Like I said, the first game, Weston Dressler never caught a pass. He never got any yards receiving. The second game, this last game where we lost, Andy Fantuz got barely anything. He was underutilized. The common thread is they're trying to get the ball to Prechae Rodriguez. I don't know, maybe get his confidence back up or something. But everyone in Rider Nation seems to be really hard on this guy. Should they be? Shouldn't they be? I don't know. What do you think? The argument's being made that, well, you know, he led the team in receiving last game. Andy Fantuz got a couple passes. He caught them all. Well, Prechae Rodriguez may have led the team in receiving. He could have had a lot more catches if he would have just, you know, put in that little extra effort for each one that he didn't get to or dropped or tipped and became an interception. Yeah, turnovers were a big deal in this game. I don't know what the thing is, but if we're passing more to one guy and having to take away from guys who can actually win us games, I think that's a problem. Because you know Fantuz is clutch. Claremont's proven he's clutch. I don't know, is it worth it? The other thing that everyone's talking about are the special teams, or as Warren Woods likes to call them, the teams, because they're not that special. You're hilarious. So what's got to happen? I don't know. I thought it was just blocking, but it seems to be pretty consistent. So maybe it's more than blocking. Maybe it actually is Dominic Dorsey. When he was here for the first time, I thought that he wasn't that great. I remember a play where he caught it on the 7, I think, ran it up to the 10, cut back, and was later tackled on the 5. He lost yards on a return. All you have to do is run forward. We got rid of him. I thought, you know, he looked like he had potential, but whatever, who cares? He goes to Toronto. Plays amazing. He played really good in Toronto. Doesn't he get like an NFL tryout or something? Then we get him back, and I'm thinking like, oh great, now everyone who knows that I didn't like Dorsey, we get him back, and now they can make fun of me. Like, oh, you were wrong, he's good now. It's like, okay, fine. He's on our team and he's good, I won't say anything. Now it turns out that he's kind of the same old Dominic Dorsey. Or is it the blocking? Whatever it is, it's frustrating. It's frustrating fans, and because the fans are frustrated, they're frustrating the players and the coaches. On the news reports and on some of the talk shows and stuff on the radio and on the news, there's people talking that the coaches and players seem to be upset with the fans that they're getting on their backs and stuff. It's like, well, look, that's not every fan. We understand. Half of us have never played football in our lives. Not everyone's okay with how they're playing, and that's the thing. There are a couple fans who expect perfection every game. Every single game. And that's hard to come by in the CFL or in any sport. Alright, so let's get away from that for a bit and focus on something else. Like the Where's Riderville contest. That started and it finished and it's over. I didn't get much of a response from anybody. I liked Avonlea from the start, from before they even made it to the top 5. I got a lot of people saying Weyburn, so I'm hoping it's Avonlea or Weyburn. Otherwise, I still don't really get the contest because, I mean, it brought some spirit, I guess, to the towns. That was good. I don't know, you can't complain for something like that. It makes everybody feel good, except for the 4 teams that don't win. Well, actually every team that didn't win, except for the team that does win. So one town in all of Saskatchewan will be happy. More news out of Bomberland. Well, remember that 13th man card contest they came out with a little while ago? Well, the Winnipeg Sun had a little article called The Top 10 Reasons the Roughriders Suck. The link is down below in the description. Click on it, read it, tell me what you think. It's weird, they take a lot of cheap shots and they're really pushing hard for these reasons. 1, they make fun of Ron Lancaster. Why would you do that? 2, they make fun of the coaching. They say we took 2 of their guys who couldn't handle it in Winnipeg. Well, they took Cavis Reed and Paul Appolice, who the article says are young up-and-coming coaches or something like that. It's like, really? Have you seen your current record? One of the 10 reasons is our performance against Edmonton last week. So one of the top 10 reasons we suck is just one game, okay? The one thing I can thank them for is not bringing up the 13th man thing again. Because if you look on Facebook, some of their own fans weren't too impressed with that contest. The interesting thing about this top 10 reasons the Riders suck article is that the editor over at the Winnipeg Sun is actually from Saskatchewan. What the heck, dude? He says he wasn't thinking about the Rider fans. He was just thinking about trying to get the Winnipeg fans excited and, you know, pumped for Labor Day. Really? You weren't thinking that we'd see this on the internet? Think a little bit more. No, he knew exactly who was going to read this article. 100%. In some other interesting news, apparently it's been in the works for a while, but the Canadian Mint came out with a Roughrider Centennial Loonie. That's right, there's a $1 coin available with the Roughrider logo, and you can pick that up for exchanging a Loonie, and they'll give you a Rider Loonie. Now for a new segment I'd like to call Stupid Rider Fan Comments on Facebook. I'd like to read a couple comments from the Rider Nation Facebook fan page, which actually has more fans than the CFL Facebook fan page. That's pretty cool. That's really cool, actually. I think kind of not cool that those Rider fans aren't fans of the CFL, which is weird. Anyways, D is weak. O-line is weak. Durant is, some bad words, and hasn't done nothing last 5 games. Hasn't done nothing. Arm is weak, except for long throws. What? His arm is weak except for long throws. So his arm is strong on the long throws, but it's weak. What? The Rider pride is getting a little thick, and yes, I'm a Rider fan. Always have been, always will. But come on already, quit kidding yourselves. Thank you, fan. Your lack of spelling and grammatical skills suggest that you are one of the people who give Rider fans a bad name, that we are in fact hillbillies and inbreds, and stupid. So keep up the good work, and stereotypes will never be lost. This is all on the Rider Nation fan page, and they do a lot better job than the actual Saskatchewan Roughriders fan page, because they actually, you know, talk with fans and get involved and get the conversation going, whereas the Saskatchewan Roughriders Facebook group just sends you links to read on their website. That doesn't seem like the way you should thank your fans, if you ask me. So I'd join Rider Nation before I join Saskatchewan Roughriders on Facebook. Or my Facebook fan page, Piffles 1910. So yeah, with that, Rider Nation, everything I've talked about is in the description of this video on YouTube. You can click on those links, check it all out for yourself, but please leave some comments below, and I just want to say thanks to everyone who subscribed. I got a ton of new subscribers, and that's sweet. Thank you for joining, watching the video. If you're here from Twitter and don't have a YouTube account, get one and sign up and join the conversation. There are other places you can find me too. Facebook.com/Piffles1910, YouTube.com/Piffles1910, Twitter.com/Piffles1910. Are you catching on here? And Piffles1910@gmail.com. Send me an email. Send me your thoughts. So, what I want to know is, with Labor Day coming up, what is your Labor Day ritual? What do you do the day before? What do you do the day of? What do you do at the game? What do you do after the game? How does your life change because of Labor Day? That's what I want to know. And other things you might want to talk about, please, I want to hear your opinion on this top 10 reasons the Riders suck, and some of these fans on Facebook. What do you think of that? Let me know, and until next time, Rider Nation, have a good one. Oh, and one last thing, the Roughrider fan wear that I've been making, the shirts are actually pretty sweet. I got one myself, so if you don't believe me, check it out. That's right, you can actually get a Roughrider Loonie for a Loonie. Interesting concept, right? Well, the interesting thing about that is this will become the first piece of merchandise you can get this year that is actually worth what you're paying for. Unless you think those shirts at the Rider store are actually worth $29.97, then keep at that. But otherwise, a Loonie for a Loonie, that's the best bang for your buck in Riderville.